Alright, Shalom. Want to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash. Want to give double honor to our apostle and elder, great millstone. Peace and blessings to you brothers and sisters out there. And I'm coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And today's lesson is going to be about the Ancient of Days, Yahweh, because he has no beginning. He has no beginning nor end. He always existed, It's gonna make this a quick lesson, But here's Daniel 7:9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, which is Yahweh. His garment was white as snow, so he has a white garment. And the hair of his head like the pure wool. So he had an afro, like as you can see here, He has an afro hair, a black man's hair or a black woman's hair, because we're the only people on the planet Earth that got woolly hair, Everybody else on the earth got straight hair or whatever. But the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, for the most part, have woolly hair 99% of the time. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. And the thrones were cast down, all the kings of the earth until now. Ancient of Days, Yahweh, he doesn't have a beginning nor end. Yahushua on the other is the beginning and the end in Revelation 1:8. His wheels as burning fire is the chariot, And then this is verse 10. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands and thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. Judgment was set, and the books were open. Fiery stream chariot, the same account as in 2 Ezra 13, judgment. The war Armageddon, wherein Babylon the great America will be destroyed. And I should start it from 1 to make it more sense. But this is verse 1. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and vision of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told some of the matters. Son of or grandson of Nebuchadnezzar. Verse 2, Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea. A fourth great beast came up from the sea, and diverse one from another. The four great beasts, four kingdoms that will be raised up, and then brought down, that will be great in power and wickedness. Diverse from one another, the four kingdoms were ruled differently, despite having the same gods. This is verse 4. The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. When the lion had wings, it represents the Assyrian Empire. See Lemmasu. When the wings thereof were plucked, it represents the Babylonian Empire. Verse 5, and behold, another beast, a second like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh. It raised up itself on one side. The Persians became stronger than the other. The Medes, 3 ribs, Babylon and Mesopotamia, Egypt and Lydia, devoured much flesh. The kingdom was vast. Verse 6, after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. The Greek Empire likened to a leopard, because a leopard strikes quick. The 4 wings are the 4 generals, Cassander, Ptolemy, Lysimachus, and Seleucus, from whom the Antiochus 4, the Alexander the Greek divided the kingdom upon his death. The 4 generals referred to as the Daachi, the successors. This is verse 7. And I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, and dreadful, and terrible, and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth, and devoured, and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all that were before it, and it had 10 horns. In the Roman Empire, the residue is referring to all of the countries surrounding Rome that Rome taxed, diverse from all the beasts, because they didn't have a king, but rather Caesar's. And this is verse 8. I considered the horns, and behold, they came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. Little horn, this current kingdom, more specifically the United States, divided to the little horn spoken of in Daniel 8, which is referring to Antichrist. I already read that. I'm going to go down to 11. Verse 11, and I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which one spake, I behold, even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed, and given to the burning flame. Till the same beast as referenced in Revelations, Esau, power structure, NATO, and the EU, his body destroyed. America is going to be completely destroyed and never built up again. Note that parts of Europe that will be destroyed will be rebuilt. Verse 12, as concerning as the rest of the beasts, they had dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season of time, to go into slavery. So some of these elites and stuff, and all this going on, some of these Edomites and stuff, they're gonna be prolonged to go into slavery, like Donald Trump or somebody, But this is verse 13. I saw in the night's vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man came in a cloud of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. Verse 14, and there was given dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. I, Daniel, was grieved in the spirit in the midst of my body, and the visions of my head troubled me. Verse 16, I came unto one of them that stood by, and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me and made me known the interpretation of the things. Verse 17, the great beasts which are the four, and are 4 kings which shall rise out of the earth. Verse 18, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom, and possess the kingdom forever and ever and ever. Saints, the elect of Israel, according to Psalms 50 in verse 5, and Psalms 148 and 14. Verse 19, then I would know the truth of the 4 beasts, which was diverse from all, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. And the 4th beast stated as in the ancient Roman Empire, and the reincarnated as NATO in the EU. Verse 20, and the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other 3 which came up, and before whom the fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. 3 fell. The 3 horns that fell represent the French, English, and Spanish. Look was more stout than his fellows. American Edomites think that they're better than other Edomites, and that's true, because they be thinking they better than Edomites in Russia and all that going on and whatnot. Verse 21, I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints, and prevailed against them, privilege against them, when the Edomites went to America and attacked Gad and Reuben, so-called Native Americans, and Simeon Indians respectively, and they proceeded to take the southern kingdom from the west coast of Africa into slavery, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Verse 22, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. The time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Judgment was given. Yahweh will give the power to judge to the Israelites. And that's in 1 Corinthians 6 and 2, and 1 Corinthians 2 and 15. Verse 23, then he said, the 4th beast shall be the 4th kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down, and break it into pieces, and shall devour the whole earth. The ancient Roman Empire did not conquer the whole earth, whereas modern day Rome America has done just that. Gone. Like in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, you know? Alright, this is yeah. I think I pretty much hit the point. I could read the rest of that, but I'm gonna just cut it short here. I basically got what I was getting out of that. So hopefully this was an edifying quick lesson. And I want to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Barak Wadash, and Shalom to the next one.